What up, Schmoedown rockers? Excuse me, and I apologize for this one. Okay, maybe that's what I needed. Second take was a stress. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about Collision. Couldn't exactly do that on the one I wanted to. Wait, what the? Hold on a second. Uh-oh. 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 I'm starting to think my camera's having issues somewhere. I'm like, are you seeing a black spot? Or is it just me? I don't know. Hopefully you can see out of it better. If not, I may have to... Oh boy. This is not good. Oh boy. Didn't happen before. But anyway. I apologize for everything that's happened right now. And it seems I might need a new phone after all. The top here is not working. Yeah, that's not good. May have to deal with that for a while, but if it starts getting to the point where I can't see out of this thing, I'm gonna have to start, you know, figuring a new phone for sure out, because I've had this one for years and it's just not seem to be working right anymore. I don't like that black spot. It's starting to scare me. Oh, jeez. Alright, we're gonna do what we gotta do with what we got. Hopefully you can at least hear me. And, yeah, the, whole situation with this whole thing with Schmoedown Rocks, it's the Innergeekdom 4-way. Chance Ellison versus Chandru something. I'm a butcher name, so I'm just not gonna bother. And though I'll probably try to spell it out better in the title card, hopefully. Magic Marquee. So, it's nice to see her again. Nice little ball of sunshine. Definitely something I want to see more of. But, you know, she needs to start winning some matches a little bit more, because she's on the number 10 contender, because she's where she managed to get, because of that Innergeekdom tournament really helped her out for herself. But, yeah, yikes. And she's had her luck, but going up against Slavic didn't go over so well for her. And yeah, the whole thing with I really can tell that there's a portion of this screen that's not going to work. So, oh boy. So other than her, and then of course Brandon Hanna, the Hitman, apparently originally called Boss Baby, in some circles been Fakeman apparently, though he probably doesn't like either of those other ones besides Hitman. And I know he's apparently, especially from the theme, which sounds like it's essentially meant to be more so the video games Hitman, especially in his shirt design, especially with the tie, I can tell. I've at least seen one of the Hitman movies, which helps me, and I've seen the game covers, many game covers multiple times of Agent 47. So, I feel ashamed about certain people and the reactions that have not figured it out in terms of reference. But anyway, so... Oh, hopefully this recording comes off like the black part of the screen isn't there. So, and hopefully you can hear me, and it's not affecting that. If not, then I definitely need to find me a new phone, because I can't not deal with this here. Yeah. So I'm gonna probably keep talking about it. So, but here's the thing: that matchup was awesome. Turned out even better than we expected, and I had a feeling it was gonna come down to Chance and Hana, and it did. Marquis, I was really hoping she would at least make it into round 3, because fortunately went into knockout territory. I didn't really feel, I mean, she's good, but you could kind of tell she's not cracking down, and she needs to just crack down on the books, is what it boils down to. Plus, it's been a year since she had been in the tournament. In that RG tournament that came out of nowhere, which I hope they still do that. I know they've always done teams and all that, but I really do hope IG does have a tournament, so I'm looking forward to that. And, yeah. I really also look forward to seeing what happens next. What happens with Chandru. I'm hoping to see him versus David Moore. I also want to see... I mean, apparently Chance has done IG at some points, so he knows enough to where he was able to get as far as he has, but it seems between that and the Oma match, he has been having some bad luck in those third final, always winds up having to wind up getting the last question and just never, and is just not able to get it. He at least tried to guess this time, even though the guess was just off. And he didn't even bother to try to use his other repeats. I was like, come on. May as well waste them and try. You tried at least answering, but at least try to get it, you know? Because that one seemed, despite the Supergirl thing, at least it seemed a hell of a lot easier than the other one, so. But, you know, it could be a light situation too. But he doesn't say it is, so I can't really say on that, and it's starting to bother me. I'm sorry. I can't ignore it. Yeah. So that match was Marquis, Chandru. Definitely enjoyed who was on the desk for that one, especially given it was Mark Ellis and... Why am I forgetting the girl from Screen Judges? I feel so bad that I'm forgetting it. I know I probably have said it before. Maybe it'll come to me eventually. If not, I'm sorry. Just, if you have to say something below, thank you. Thank you. Especially if it's Woodburn. Appreciate it. Anyway. We on up with the doubleheader. Especially given that the undercard one was definitely an undercard. I kind of expected it going in, so no surprise here with that. Definitely happy with that. Definitely not as happy as I would like to be, but I guess it made sense for it to be Robert Meyer Burnett's for the win, I guess, but it just more than it was. Even the jokes just fell flat. The only time the jokes weren't was between Ken and Mark. Of course, they're pros at stand-up, so it helped. And no improv. And I've guessed to have some idea of improv in some shape or form, since Ken's mostly through independent wrestling, while the other, I think, has done improv, maybe? Well, unless that's just really hard left. But anyway, that match there's not much to talk about. R&B won. Even the post interview was crazy. It was kind of funny in places, but you couldn't really do much with it. Jen handled that as pro as she could get with that, with her this interview with them. And the only way to properly silence him is to take away the mic. His loudness wasn't powerful enough for any other possible microphone around to hear, so it worked itself out. So we won't probably saw this for very long, but more details on that later. So the match that mattered is the one involving the number one contender match for go up against Dan Murrell, who will face Paul Oyama going into Collision between JTE and Liz Shannon Miller. JT unfortunately has been. It's unfortunate that Shannon Miller just happened to have, questions that were easy enough that she knew, but also it was kind of because the questions were so damn easy because that was a category that was new and fresh and no one had ever taken it. So that's another thing she lucked out on with the round 2 questions. And then round 2 that she had for Ridley Scott was just, they weren't really that hard. It was just JTE even in his match with Dagnino, which Dagnino won for the Rocky thing, and now there's a Rocky title thing, and now we have like some storyline exhibition, and now it's him and Harloff. That's gonna be fun when that exhibition match happens. But yeah, that match wasn't a very strong match, but it was still better at least than the Dagnino, and better score-wise than Dagnino and them. And Shannon Miller gets the TKO on her record, having to go into that match with Collision. And I will admit, I know the collision happened, I know what happened, but I'm already going to tell you, and I'm being honest, yes, I wasn't really expecting, between the past couple matches, I really was not expecting much out of this Shannon Miller. I feel like the hype lost itself after that match, and there's a match with JT didn't really pick up because JT just wasn't playing very well, man. And I understand the complaints, but hopefully that's rectified. Hopefully he can use that anger and actually bring in a focus, bring in a drive in a way that Merle has been, on top of having now studied. So he's been a different kind of beast. So what I could talk about with that, Matt, what we will be getting for a match. So, overall, I enjoyed what we got. There's not much to talk about aside from the Innergeekdom matchup, which I am proud of Brendan Hunter. I had expected and hoped for him to win as opposed to Chance, but I kind of was expecting Chance to pull in pretty good. Mostly because I expected it was exactly what I was thinking. The 2 fan league turn-ins from fan leagues going at each other in a similar way as what happened with Chance and Oyama, which was nice. I was happy with that. And it just so happened he had a good enough showing. I don't think he got his 3-pointer though. I'm not sure. Chandru, I know he probably got his 2, but I guess he was able to pull out the 5 to where it would further push Hana and Ellis and Chance to answer Hana and Chance Ellison to answer their questions. So, but it's more they had to answer their 2-pointers, and it eventually led to both. And I think it was more Chance's 3-pointer that essentially led to him having to get eliminated. Chandru eliminated, and it eventually resulted in Hana having to answer his 3, which didn't go well, but he wound up answering his 5, which would have to force Chance to answer his 5. Didn't go over well. The moment I saw it was Supergirl, I was like, that ain't gonna work. So, oh well. Anyway, what did you guys think of the matches we've gotten leading into Collision? Even though I've already seen Collision, I'm gonna need some time to marinate on it. And plus, given 4th of July weekend, it was probably a good idea to do it, to have them do it then, before that, so, and now all they have to worry about is editing it out and then focusing on everything else in their 4th of July plans. Though I don't know if they'll still, around Saturday, probably do other matches, pre-tape anyway, but we'll see with that as well. What did you guys think of my thoughts going into this? My thoughts going into Collision. I was hoping, my guess was Schmetz, because with the families, my guess was Schmetz. I would have liked Zipper to pull. Would have liked to have seen Zipper pulling an upset, but I understand if people would pick Roka. I had Roka kind of for a pick, but the moment I heard McWeeny, I'm thinking McWeeny. It was thinking McWeeny. I'm just saying these were my thoughts going into Collision. So other than those, what did you guys think of the matchups? My hope and my guess, Shire Wolves might actually find a way and pull in. I'm hoping for 2 to be as good as 1. These are my thoughts. I did see it. I can't reveal what the actual results are. So, despite my certain things, and 2 matches that followed the 1 match gave me results, gave me certain things that but whatever. I'm being vague as possible here. I feel like certain results are going to be the real shocker, but there is no real shocking thing, and some people who wanted certain things to happen aren't going to be able to get that certain thing to happen, which is unfortunate. Oh well, though I do think we may actually get to see corruption versus Founding Fathers after all. Definitely. Because I've at least from the one, like the 2 weeks, the one thing Emma had broadcasting and brought in Roka and them, that's what I've been hearing, that Roka and seeing all at least 3/5 of the horsemen, of our current 5 horsemen, were on that interview, and one of them basically kind of said something about a certain thing with them and corruption, which basically means corruption versus Founding Fathers happened. They taped that match. I'm expecting that match. Not sure who won. At this point, I'm hoping for Founding Fathers. But given that this pre-taping, I wouldn't be surprised if corruption somehow pulls out a win, which would only further fuel certain momentum going into a certain particular matchup that will follow, that they wound up happening in. Yeah. If not, then it would make it would almost make more sense. I'm just going to leave it at that. What did you guys think? Leave a comment below, let me know. Hopefully you got to see most of the camera work here and hear my voice. I'm not sure because I see some of my screen has gone dark. I can barely see some of my hand. I hope it doesn't take over the entire screen, or else I'm going to have to find a new thing. Leave a comment, and which also means my thumbnails are going to suck. So I'm sorry for that as well. Leave a comment below, let me know. As always, guys, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking. If you smell what the movie trivia Schmoedown, my voice is a little off, and Schmoedown rocks, is cooking.